You've entered the Houston Running Zone, the ultimate podcast for runners in the Houston area, featuring the everyday runners who inspire us, clubs, gear, races, and runcations. Houston, we've got the runs.
All right, today in the zone, I have another Chevron Houston Marathon ambassador, his first year. He's actually new to the marathon distance, obviously active in the running community. That's why he's an ambassador. But more importantly, all while balancing the family life, is Kristian Saldivar. Kristian, welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Keith? Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. My first question to most of the ambassadors, when I remember, is why become an ambassador? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. Yeah, you get some perks, but at the same time, what made you decide, okay, I'm going to go out, put myself out there, more importantly, get back to the running community? Why become the ambassador?
Yeah, so I've been running a little bit over 4 years and made some strides. And I just wanted to give back, the knowledge that I've gained over these past 4 years in regards to running. There's a lot of nuances to it. When I first got started, I was a baby. I knew nothing. I just knew, put your shoes on and start running. And there's so much more, and that goes into it in regards to hydration, fueling, even the fabrics that you wear, shoes, etc. So, I wanted to give back to people kind of like myself who are just getting started and might have some questions, and as well as just get involved with the running community. I see a lot of people via social media or via different podcast interviews, and those are like legends to me. So I wanted to put myself around those same people and kind of soak up knowledge from them as well. And so that's why I did it.
Awesome. You mentioned 4 years ago. It's 2024. So did you start during the whole lockdown, or what made you start?
I did. I started during the lockdown. One of my high school friends, she is a member of Champions Running Association. And I followed her journey, and she did a marathon, and it was really inspiring. So I told myself, and I told my fiance at the time, I was like, I'm going to go out there and just see how it goes. I was never a runner. I was always an athlete, a football, baseball, just active athlete, but I never, I hated running. So I never, never even considered it, but just to kind of see the camaraderie, and then the achievements, the emotion, and just the overall, the overall impact that it had on her life. Her name's Angela Leong, and that really put me. It gave me an inspiration, and it sparked me to want to start running.
Yeah, I noticed there's normally a divide with, basketball, football, all the traditional team sports, and running, because normally running is a punishment. So
Correct.
What flipped your switch? I mean, obviously, having a friend in Champions Running makes a huge difference. Sure. But what made you switch to be like, you know what? It's really hot outside, and it's a sport I hate. Let me just do this. Like, what was the switch there?
It's just about, for me, it's about doing hard things. And I was just like, that's something that is really hard, and I don't necessarily like it, but I just wanted to kind of dive in and kind of see how it was. And I've seen a lot of stories, a lot of success. When people get the medals and people finish a race, it just like really like a big wave of gratification. So that was it for me. It just really, but most of all, just doing the hard things. Like that's one thing that I pride myself on, is taking a hard road, because I know the reward is going to be really good.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome, because that so many things in life, whether it's work, family, all that stuff, it's hard. And then, okay, it's kind of rewarding. I can't admit that.
No, it is. It's definitely rewarding. you know, it's paid off a lot for me tremendously in regards to, um, mental health, physical health, even being accountable for my family, for my loved ones. When you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and go and be there for a 6 a.m. run, that takes a lot of accountability. It takes a lot of discipline. And that's really helped me in regards to life going forward as well.
So when you first started in 2020, was the ultimate goal, since you had the friend in the running club, to run a marathon, or you're just like, I just want to run a 5K, or you just like went all out and like, I'm gonna do it hard?
No, it was a half marathon at first. I was like, okay, I signed up for a 5K. I had done those before, fun runs around town, St. Arnold's, etc. Just different
Yeah.
stuff. Like our car, the green run, just some different 10Ks around Houston. But then I joined a CRA and I joined the half marathon group, and my goal was to run the Aramco half. And that was the goal. And it was a great group. It was a great training schedule. Actually, my first year, I didn't run. I had like anxiety because I didn't think I was going to be able to do good. So I didn't even sign up. I just went out there to cheer, cheer on fellow teammates and cheer on other runners, just to experience the weekend, experience the Chevron Aramco event. And, once I saw just so many different types of people and so many different runners from every different age group, that just really inspired me. And it was good to get out there and just cheer the first year. And I think that really helped me out, just to kind of grasp what was going on and kind of what all went into the half marathon.
Yeah. Same with me. I love seeing all shapes and sizes. You're like, okay, there's people that look, act, same speed. And like, even if you're the last finisher, like, hey, you're better than everyone else that didn't sign up. So there you go. So that, what was it, 2022 when you cheered, and 23 is when you ran it?
Correct.
Okay.
23 was when I did my first half marathon. And then this past January, I went ahead and did the full. So, but I'm not gonna go for the ultra next. No ultras for me. I'm good on this distance. I think I'm just gonna work to get better and set some goals at this distance.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say. So was it the 23? Was that the hot year or the cold year? I'm trying to, so many years.
It was hot. It was very warm on the 23. It was in January, and I think the starting temperature was around 75 degrees, and then it crept up to around 80 with the humidity. Of course, Houston is famous for. This past marathon, it was good weather. I thought it was good. It was ideal. It wasn't my ideal temperature, but it was definitely manageable, and it was pleasant for sure.
So take me from the journey of finishing a half at 23, being ridiculous hot.
Yeah.
Did you sign up right away? Like when registration showed up, and did you wait till June for Global Running Day?
I did not. I ended up getting I was going to go into the season and just train. For me, I just love the training element, whether it be running or doing different types of exercise stuff, CrossFit or hitting the weights. I mean, that training it's become part of my life. So I really enjoy that. And I was just going to sign up for the half again and help other runners train and push them and etc. And then a buddy of mine, Jake, he ended up going to one of these. I think it was Global Running Day at the Vintage Park, and he ended up winning a free entry into the Chevron Marathon. And he was having a baby, and he was like, Kristian, I'm not going to be able to do it. He's like, do you want to do it? And right then and there, I just said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I took the baton, and that was it for me. I was like, okay, there's no turning back now. I have a free entry. I registered, and here we go. I got to do it now. So yeah, that's how it went. And, I really went into it kind of scared to death. I didn't really know what to expect. So, I did every training run. I did everything to the T because I was afraid of maybe, DNF or not completing it. So, I went into it with a very, very strict mindset. Like, okay, I'm going to do everything to the T. And yeah, it ended up paying off. It ended up paying off because I completed it and I was pretty happy with my performance. There's always things you can improve on.
Oh yeah.
Running is it's learning. It's an educational course, and there's a lot of things you can learn. If you don't get your PR, then you're going to definitely learn something and be able to take it with you and apply it to the next race. So yeah, that's kind of how it went. Somebody gave me a free a free ticket into the marathon, and I took it, and it's been great.
So what's your goal for this year? Obviously being an ambassador, you get to meet everybody, have fun. But as far as the race concerned, are you going, I want to improve my time, or I just want to enjoy it and then train more? Or obviously, we're months out, so it's hard to tell, but what are your thoughts right now?
Well, my thoughts were okay. I was on pace to do like maybe a 3:48. And then I caught some cramps around mile 23 and ended up finished with a 4:02. So definitely sub 4 is definitely one of the goals. But I recently did the TIR with a group of people from CRA. And yeah, I've been putting a lot of training in, and I don't know what happened, but something happened to where when I was doing the TIR, I was running, 7:30s and 7:15s pretty easy. So I like to set lofty goals. So, and believe in putting things into the atmosphere. So, I would like at this age, 45 years old, I would love to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I think that's something that I'll set the goal high, and I'll work towards it. If I don't get it, then that's okay. But yeah, that's it. That's what I want to do going forward from age 45 to 50 is I would love to qualify for that race and have my family there and be able to enjoy it with them as well. So that's my goal.
That's a common theme. You did team sports, you join a running club, be part of a team, obviously, CrossFit, cross train, very team like, especially CrossFit. TR, that's all team. You're letting if you slow down, you're letting the team down. And not that it's like a real race, but it's just so to Boston, are you going to partner up with some of your buddies like, hey, let's do this together, or you're just trying to find somebody? Because that's regardless of age, it's hard.
It is hard. It's very hard. It's very difficult. Everything has to go according to plan. There's a lot that goes into it. Fortunately for me, CRA is there's a lot of legends. I call everybody who's a peer of mine, somebody I look up to, I call them a legend, or a champion. That's how I refer to them. And there's a lot of people in my running group that have qualified for Boston that I run with, every weekend. I plan on surrounding myself with not only them, but also other people in the Houston running community that I met in this short time as an ambassador. There's a gentleman named Hayden Lightfoot. I'm going to try to start training with him as well as some other ambassadors and different people. That's one of the beauties of becoming an ambassador is I can just float around and meet different running groups because there's so many around Houston. And then, kind of extend my hand and say, hey, I would love to train with you. I know you're way better than me, but I believe in the philosophy that iron sharpens iron. So, that's what I plan on doing. I plan on surrounding myself around runners who are way faster than me that are, have qualified. And I think from there I can learn a lot and hopefully, accomplish my goal.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned, iron sharpens iron, because so many times people are intimidated just to go to a regular running club, not even like more of a elite or partnering with people that are faster. Like they've all been your speed before. Like there's no shame in the game here, people. Get out there. It's okay. Worst case, they say no, you go somewhere else that are nice. But most people are nice. I found out I think there's so much negativity out there. People forget that no, people are still positive. That's just, how it is.
Yeah, and the thing is about runners is they want to share the knowledge that they've gained. Whether it be what kind of hydration they're using, or the gels, or the shoes, the socks. Just they want to share what they've learned that have made them successful. That's what I've learned. And in Houston, people are really friendly. They're really open. They're warm and inviting. It's the Southern hospitality, so it's nice. I haven't ran into anyone that hasn't been like, "Hey, come run with us. Come get better with me. Come train." So that's been a blessing for sure.
Yeah. They like to attract people like, "Oh, you're crazy like us. Come on in."
Yeah.
Well, you're native to the area. Is that what you put in? I think on your input form, you're actually born here.
I am. I'm from Houston. I'm from Houston, Texas. I grew up in the Klein area. I went to St. Pius High School, and I went to University of Houston downtown. So yeah, I'm through and through native. My family's from the Heights. My mom went to Reagan High School, which is now Heights High School. So yeah, I'm entrenched, and that's another thing that made sense about becoming an ambassador is just to represent Houston in a good manner, and that's really important to me.
Yeah, well, I got a couple years on you, but it's hard to find people our age or in the generation, whatever you want to call it, because most people are from somewhere else. I'm from since I was 6, but yeah, it's interesting. Like people come here, they love it here. There's so much different food. So much nice people. They have a hard time leaving, regardless of the humidity.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like the humidity, honestly, because they coming from other areas of the country. I mean, unless you come from California or somewhere where you get sunshine most of the year, they like it here. They like the warm weather, and like you said, they love the food, the diversity, the culture. It's a great city, and I can see why people decide to stay as long as they do.
You are in the Houston running zone. We've got the runs.
You seem very structured in a good way. Like you get things done. I'd imagine if there's a project, you get it done. But obviously there's a variable. Now your dad. How are you balancing that? Because number one, being a dad, it's a new. How are you balancing the time, let alone the variables of, new dadhood?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, behind every great man is a great woman, and my wife, she's the real MVP. She allows me to do things I'm passionate about, and I do have to make time. I really value being a dad, being a father. It's a beautiful thing, but my wife knows how important this is to me, and whenever she gives me the opportunity to do these things, it just makes everything better. It makes me a better person. It makes me a better dad. It makes me a better husband. So yeah, I mean, it's all about the people around you. And I have one of the best people around me, which is my wife, Kendra. She's super supportive, and she's always just like, Kristian, go do what you got to do. And I know when you get back, you're gonna let me do what I need to do, or you're gonna hold it down for me. So it's a balance, but it still takes discipline. It still takes a lot of structure, but I do have a real MVP in my corner that really allows me time to free up and go and chase my dreams.
Oops, accident hit mute. You've done a lot in 4 years. A married, kid, running a marathon.
Yeah.
Obviously your structuring does help. And so, okay. So you're doing a long run on a Saturday. Are you getting up extra early, or are you just making sure, okay, I'm going to carve up time later on during the day, which you look forward to? I get it. I'm a dad as well. So like, how are you? Are you just kind of like give them your schedule in advance? Because I know you have your schedule, right, for the week.
Yeah, yeah. I give her the schedule in advance, but I've actually started to program myself to wake up earlier. You know, 5 a.m. and then hit the run at 6 a.m. now, which allows me, if you're doing a 2 hour run, which is, say a half marathon as your long run, 13 miles, it takes around, 2 hours for me at a conversation pace. So I'm done by 8. I'm done by 8. And then whether I go run in town or I run closer to the house, I'm usually home by 9. So that gives her a chance to do what she needs to do. She started her running journey as well. So sometimes,
cool.
sometimes we'll switch off alternate weekends, and she'll go run, and I'll stay home, and then have to bite the bullet and run later. I'll run on a Sunday. So yeah, we're still working out the kinks, but it's definitely helpful when you have a partner who's on the same page, for sure. So yeah, but I'm starting to do the runs a lot earlier. I was known for, I call myself, if you see anybody outside, say in Houston in the summer, and they're running between the hours of, like, say 10 a.m. and, let's say, I don't know, 5 p.m., right? I call those people iguanas. I call that iguana hours. And I used to be all about the iguana hours, running on my lunch break, getting my workout in whenever I can. Work remote, so, but the iguana hours are, getting a little bit older. They're just they're brutal. So I've decided to switch gears and focus more on the early morning running, even though I have to wake up super early. That's okay. And it's part of me to sacrifice for my loved ones too. So it makes me feel good to be able to, they can do what they need to do. My wife, my daughter, if we have plans, just work around that.
With both y'all running, obviously, different times of the day.
Sure.
And not that you want to do a long run with it, but have you done like a jogging stroller yet? Or is that any thought about it?
I did that from when my daughter was maybe 6 months to, just recently, maybe a year and a half. But now that she's walking and super active, she does not want to stay in that stroller. She wants to get out and run next to daddy. So it's the running stroller is it's not in the cards right now, unfortunately, but that's okay.
That's good. They're active, or she's active, staying healthy, so you can't complain there.
Absolutely.
But also, like, what's the rest, like, daily life, job commitments? Sure. Like, what else? Like, what are you doing during the day?
If you follow me, I pride myself on being active. So I have, I love to run. I love to work out. So usually my day consists of waking up super early, going for a run around 5:30 a.m., getting home, cooking breakfast for my daughter, getting her ready for school, helping my wife with whatever she needs, and then my day starts. I usually I work remote, so I work from home. But then around like 11 a.m., I usually go for a workout, whether it be CrossFit or a gym workout. And then after that, I go and I have 3 dogs, so I go and walk my dogs. And then, and then the rest of the day just work, and then get ready for, dinner and spending time with my daughter and my wife, and, just getting ready to do it all over again. I just love to be active. I just love to be accountable and be active and move my body. I don't know what would happen if I couldn't do that. It would be very hard for me because I'm a super active person. I love to be outside. And I loved the accountability, whether it be to my animals or to my daughter, my wife, my mom who's older. She says, "Son, come over and help me move stuff and move things around." So I pride myself on that. I love that And that's typically what my day consists of, is just being active. And as long as I'm that, I love it.
A lot of commitments, a lot of activities, including the active activities. So yeah, there you go. Everyone has busy schedules. They make it work.
Sure.
You obviously look forward to it, type of thing. And one thing you put on your input form, which I didn't realize, I didn't really maybe scroll far enough on your feed there, is that you lost 30 pounds running. So
yeah,
if you're always being active, or did you just remember to have your love of active come back in 2020, or like, I don't see you 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
No, I did. Keith, back in 2020, it wasn't a good, it was a dark time for me. I was dealing with a lot of different things. Depression, dealing with just not handling things in moderation, drinking too much alcohol, etc. And when you're not the best version of yourself, you tend to become less active, and you tend to not put the right things in your body, whether it be nutrition, food. And I kind of went down that path and just kind of let things go. And it's taken me 4 years to really invest in myself again, to love the person that I am. I'm still working on that, but just to really appreciate the journey. And man, it's a reflection of how far I've come. So I really, it's 30 pounds, and look at old pictures of myself, and I don't even recognize who I am. But I do like the person that I am now and going forward, and it's been a blessing for sure.
I'm glad you shared that, and so much I wish I would have taken notes, but I didn't want to interrupt at the same time, because number one, everybody goes through something. And weight's weight, whatever, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, we'll all go through some sort of mental struggle or block or something we have to get over. And I'm glad you shared it, because looking at you, you would never know, right? And I said it, I didn't scroll far enough on your Instagram feed to know until you typed it in. Sure. And I think when people realize that, okay, I think, well, this is my version. So everyone goes through something, we just don't know about it.
Right.
Maybe that's the case, maybe not the case. I don't know a billion people or billions of people to interview, but I think it's all the same. Like, we all have something.
Yeah, we do. We have stuff that we're battling internally, especially for men, especially for Hispanic men. We don't really open up about our feelings, and it's taught at a young age to not really open up about your feelings, or if you're feeling depressed or anxiety, or if you're grieving, you're supposed to be strong, you're supposed to keep that internal. But I'm here to tell you that that's really not the best route. Sometimes you have to speak on what you dealt with, and it's good to put that out into the atmosphere, because once you do put those things out into the atmosphere, it's kind of lets a higher power know that, hey, I need healing, so I need to discuss this. And I feel like that's really beneficial to every man. I know it's not easy to go and ask for help, or to put yourself around other men that are talking about stuff that's not easy to talk about, but it does help, and it does help you move forward as a man, and not stay in the same spot.
Yeah. And moving forward, of course, we can't change the past. I pretty much have the same outlook from my childhood. Very similar. I'm half Filipino, half German. They don't talk anything. They're the most people in the world. But at the same time, I mean, I think when you have that background, that's the reality of the situation. But at the same time, like, it makes you a better person, let alone a better parent, a better husband. Like, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, I guess.
Yeah, no, it is. It's been very beneficial to me. Everybody's different, but for me, expressing my emotions, learning how to to articulate how my feelings, especially around my loved ones, friends. For me, everyone knows when something's wrong. So if I'm wearing those emotions on my sleeve, and now I'm able to articulate to people that I can confide in, that's huge. That's huge for me, and I know that it's huge for anybody that decides to do it. It's not easy, but you can work the steps, and you can work on becoming more vulnerable and discussing your feelings. I think that's beneficial for anyone, man or woman.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And thanks again
Sure.
for sharing, because good stuff happens when we just have a real conversation and not a scripted outline.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, before I go to the bonus questions, is there anything that would inspire the listeners to go out for a run or be active today? Like one thing you could, one quick tip or one words of wisdom, I guess.
Yeah. For anyone out there who's on the couch, gained a lot of weight or just doesn't have the motivation, just know that it's not just you. It's everybody. It's me. It's people that are fitter than me. It's people that are on another level. We all struggle to get up and do what we have to do. We all would rather be doing something else, doing something fun, being on a beach, enjoying the sun and enjoying a nice adult beverage. But it's never too late to start. And there's always a day one. And day one equals one day. So if you start today, then you can start to dream about what you want to do one day. So start today, and then one day you can set goals and you can do what you want to do. But today's the first day, and that's always day one.
Yeah, every day. That's cool, man. Appreciate that. All right. Well, again, as always, time just kind of flies.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But before I let you go, I got those 3 bonus questions. I call it the lightning round. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. What is your must-have race or even training gear? Something you have to have, hats, sunglasses, shoes. Like, what's the one thing you're like, this is on my list?
I got this running belt the first year that I became a member of Champions Running Association. It's a Methodist running belt. The zipper's broken, but it has a little component for my gels, like a little Velcro component. I gotta have that. Like I love it. It's probably musty. It probably stinks, but I love that thing, and I love wearing it. I love it. I have to have it.
Yeah, those are very, very popular. You ever thought, like, if you're a teenager, you ever thought you'd be wearing a fanny pack? Just saying.
It's not a fanny pack. It's smaller. You don't even know you have it on sometimes. But I can see that. How about a manny? How about we call it a manny pack, not a fanny pack?
Well, you know what? Just call it that. Yeah, next time you get some swag, it's a manny pack. Oh, it's totally different. Yeah, it's in the front, not the back.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Question number 2: if you could run with anybody alive or had passed, who would it be?
Prefontaine. I would love to run with him. Watch this movie. I'm a fan of Oregon. I would love to just take a couple of tracks around the track with that man. Be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You probably got to train a little bit harder on that.
Yeah, train really hard. Maybe I'll just sit there and coach him a little bit. Like, hey man, you're doing a great job. But yeah, that would be cool. I would really love that.
Well, the key is to ask a lot of questions, have to talk a lot, and that's how I slow people down.
Noted for sure.
All right, and question number 3. Hey, we're all about health and obviously weight loss and everything that you've accomplished. But at the same time, hey, every once in a while you just have to live a little, whether it's big, small. What would be your culinary guilty pleasure?
Oh man, for me, it's chilaquiles. It's It's a Mexican breakfast dish, which is like tortillas, fried tortillas, and then you put the salsa, the chicken, and then you put like some over easy eggs, and you just let that all kind of marinate and soak in together. It's my favorite. I gotta have it. I love that. It's my favorite meal, and I can't live without it. I try to get it as much as possible.
Actually, I may do that. I went to a Mexican restaurant. Got some. Yeah, I didn't finish, so they gave me it to go, and they actually gave me a bag of chips. I was like, "This is great," because I don't like to fry at home, so I got the chips to do it.
Yeah, man, give it a shot. Try to make your own salsa. Green is the one that I love. We make them here. Get you like a rotisserie chicken, and shred that up, and then you gotta make the eggs, but the eggs and the cheese and all that good stuff. But that's my favorite. That's my go-to meal. I love it. And I can't live without that.
Yeah, you got to make your own salsa. That's just make
your own salsa,
especially if you're from here.
Yeah, preferably from your own garden. My wife has a big green thumb. We have a nice garden in the back where we can go get our own tomatoes. So that's a big deal too. So yeah, however you want to do it, but if you just want to buy it from the store too, for the green one, Herdez is good. Herdez, the mild avocado salsa, great for green chilaquiles.
All right, cool. All right, got some tips and got lunch plans now. All right, terrific. Well, Kristian, thanks again for giving back to the community, and I'll also put a link to your Instagram. People can follow you, and of course, I'm sure they've been following the Chevron Houston Marathon and seeing all the cool stuff you guys get to do and going out and about on Saturdays. Yeah. And I'll definitely connect their Instagram as well. Appreciate it.
Yeah, be sure to register for the Houston Marathon or Ramcrow Half Marathon. And don't miss our Super Aid runs, which are every month. And the next run is coming up on June 8th at the Sabine Street Bridge. So join us then. Starts at 7 a.m. And we'd love to see you out there. Thank you so much, Keith, for everything. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. As always, if you want to become the first to find out about upcoming weekly episodes, simply hit the plus, follow, subscribe button. Depends on your podcast platform. And if you're on a podcast app where you can leave a rating and review, we always love it. Hey, give us 5 stars if you like it. And if you don't like it, give us 5 stars anyways. You made it through the whole episode. But more importantly, looking forward to sharing another episode next week.
Thanks for visiting the Houston Running Zone. If you know someone you'd like to be featured in the zone, go to thehoustonrunningzone.com and send us a message. Until next week, always remember, Houston, we've got the runs.